front of my city hall to my sports homeless vets. Like,
well, I mean,
we can't have
if
that.
it wasn't, I'm not gonna say it. Handcuffs. Turn around.
Officer misconduct isn't limited to encounters with ordinary citizens. Sometimes it crosses an even more disgraceful line as they mess with disabled veterans. Today we're diving into some shocking cases where corrupt officers targeted disabled veterans only to make a fool of themselves. Starting off with disabled veteran and First Amendment auditor Jeff Gray, who was peacefully protesting outside City Hall while holding just a simple cardboard sign when a worker inside contacted the cops asking them to remove him.
He's the restaurant.
Yeah.
She told him, yeah, you could go upstairs, but he didn't go.
Okay.
He just went on out the door, and now he's kind of hanging out front.
All right, I'll ask him to.
So just sweetly ask him to just float along.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take care of that for you. I love serving multi-purpose roles. Just to let you know, we also reset the AC to 72 upstairs, so it'd be cool for you guys for the...
Good, thank you. Yeah, but he's just standing out there with his sign.
All right. Let's go see what's going on. What's going on, brother?
Hey, not much.
How you doing, man?
All right.
Doing okay?
Yes.
All right. What's your first name?
Sergeant Hemington?
Yeah.
My name first name's Jeff. Jeff?
Jeff?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeff. Hey, man. First, I appreciate the sign. That's awesome.
I'm hard of hearing, so can you speak up?
Yes, sir. So I appreciate the sign. That's pretty awesome. The ladies in front have asked me if you could go find another location to hang out. I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not breaking any laws by any means.
Okay.
They just, right here in front of City Hall is a little bit different area. You know what I'm saying? It's city property. So you can go anywhere along the side of the road.
Yes.
Just, this is city property, so they were asking if you don't mind just find another location. You're not breaking any laws. You're not in trouble.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather just hang out here.
Well, that's kind of the issue. They don't want us sitting out here. So, because it's city property, so they can ask you to leave if they want you to.
But you said I'm not breaking any laws or anything.
Well, no, but they're also the city owns the property, so they can ask you just to hang out somewhere else.
I'd rather not.
Okay, all right.
The public official acted as if she owned City Hall, and her ego was extremely tough to see. Sadly, the police officer also agreed with her and tried to remove Jeff from his location.
All right, so technically he's not breaking any laws, but he's on city property, so we can ask him to leave.
Yes.
And that's what I told him. I said, you're not breaking any laws, but the ladies don't feel comfortable with you standing out here.
Got it.
I said, you're welcome to go stand over in the corner, down there, down there, down there. So now if he doesn't leave, it's trespassing.
Okay. Well, hopefully he was just going.
He's already, well, he's like, I don't feel like leaving. I was like, well, I get that, but he's like, I'd rather not.
Feel like it? Is that what he said?
He'd rather not. He was polite about it. And I said, well, you're not breaking laws, but you're all on city property. So it's owned by the city. If they don't feel comfortable with you standing out here, even though you're spreading a good message, you have to leave the property.
He can't stand in front of my city hall to my sports homeless vets. Like,
well, I mean,
we can't have that.
if it wasn't, but considering it's city property, it's considered private property.
Yeah.
So he can go stand on the roadside anywhere else. So I got to patrol you and come in that way I can talk to him some more and see what's going on. So I'm not trying to give you a hard time, dude. So is there a reason why you want to stand here?
God put it in my heart to stand right here and spread the message. God bless the homeless veterans.
I'm all for that. I'm all for you recording. I got no issue with that. Okay.
All right.
I got my body cam on. So
Okay.
I don't even know what that's for. Probably so you can get across the intersection. Anyways, so what I did was I called for a patrol unit because I'm actually working for the code enforcement section. Okay. I'm still a police officer. This is city property. Okay. And you do have the right to spread your message anywhere you want, unless it's private property. Then they have the right to ask you to leave. They can't tell you tear your sign up or anything like that.
Right.
But that's the whole point of why I was out here talking to you. The ladies didn't feel comfortable with somebody just hanging out in front of City Hall.
Okay.
And being that it's on city property, they have the right to ask you to leave. You can go stand on that corner. You can go stand anywhere it's not actual city property and do as you wish, brother, and spread the message.
Until then, the officer had been relatively patient and cordial. That quickly changed. It seemed that Jeff struck a nerve, and the officer suddenly shifted tone, unlawfully demanding his ID despite having no legal basis to do so.
So that's all I'm saying, okay? Now, if you refuse to leave, then it would be trespassing, and then you'd be in trouble. So I'm asking you nicely, if just to relocate. That's all I'm asking you to do. And you can go spread that message with love any way you want, other than city property right here. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
This is city property?
All this is City Hall. It's just city property.
All right. Am I being trespassed?
As of now, you are. Give me your ID. Now it's an investigation. I want your ID.
Leave then.
No, give me your ID. You're not free to go now. Because now you want to play the game. Go ahead and give me your identification.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
Give me that identification or you're going to jail. giving me your identification so I can identify you and I can trespass you, then you can leave. I'm not going to ask you a third time.
If I get arrested, I'll lose my job.
I'm not trying to arrest you. I'm trying to get you to comply with me, and you're trying to refuse to do that. So listen to me carefully. I want your identification so I can identify you and trespass you.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Sir?
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're failing to follow a lawful order, which is they've asked you to leave city property or asked me to ask you to leave. You're refusing to do so. Now I'm going to trespass you from the property.
Instead of surrendering his rights by handing over his ID, Jeff stood firm and chose to be arrested. What the sergeant didn't realize was that he was setting the stage for a major lawsuit against both the city and the department.
Can I go ahead and just leave then?
No, now you wanted to refuse, so now I'm going to identify you and I can trespass you.
If I don't give you my ID, I'll go to jail.
That's exactly correct. You'll be arrested, you'll be fingerprinted and released. So all I want is your identification. No, not because of the sign, but because you failed to comply with my investigation, which was I asked you to leave nicely initially. You wanted to play the game with me. Now I'm playing the game with you.
Well, I said
Let me have your identification.
I said I would
identification. I'm not gonna say it. Handcuffs. Turn around.
I'm engaged in constitutional protection.
Turn around.
Okay.
Let me see your sign. You put your phone in your pocket. All you have to do is give me your ID, bud. What's so hard with that? You know the game because you want to say, am I being trespassed? You could have gave me your ID, I would have trespassed you and let you walk off, brother.
Yeah, you were telling me to leave. I would rather not leave.
No, you're playing the game with me is what you're doing.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
I asked you to leave before that. You wanted to play the game and make me trespass you. Don't play dumb games, man. It's going to get you in trouble.
Don't turn it. Why are you stopping
putting
the
it in your
recording?
phone. I'm putting it in your...
You just stopped the recording, and
It's all recorded right here. And it's all recorded right here. I'm saving your battery.
Take my phone and start recording again.
Sure, gladly. If that's what you want me to do, brother, I will do that for you.
Sergeant Heminger also called for backup, and it was sickening to see how he prioritized the feelings of these women inside to the actual law. Even with no legal grounds, he refused to reconsider his decision.
I probably would have trespassed you because I asked you at least 5 to 6 times to step off the property. You said politely that you didn't want to do that. I didn't have a problem with that. I went back and asked the ladies, I said, what do you feel comfortable with? They said, no, I don't feel comfortable with standing out here because there's a bunch of ladies that work in here. Even though you're not being violent, they have the right to ask you to leave, partner. All you had to do is go step off to the next land property over there and you could spread the message of love all day. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to bust your chops, man. I'm just doing my job.
I'm going to remain silent from this point.
Okay, you have that right. You have that right. The only thing you have to answer is name, date of birth, and about your current address. Is all that current on your license?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. All right, hang tight for a second. I'm going to grab your sign so we can take that with you, okay? Yeah, he's under arrest. I asked him 4 more times. I said, listen, you're not breaking the law essentially by standing out with a sign. I said, but ladies don't feel comfortable with you being on the property because it's just a bunch of ladies, even though you're not being disorderly. I said, they have the right to ask you to leave. It is City Hall property. All you have to do is go to the next corner over here, out on towards the road. As long as you're not on the roadway, you can go anywhere else, and I'll let you walk off. So he started playing the game. Well, am I being trespassed? I was like, you know what, let me have your ID. And then he refused to give it to me, so now it was being charged with obstruction.
They're on public property saying, God bless the homeless veterans.
Right, but they asked you just to go stand in the corner, man. It's just because there's a bunch of ladies up here. That's all it was. And then you tried to play the game with me, right?
No, but you don't understand. Half the people you're talking to are vets. I mean, we care about it, but we also have rules. I mean, you can't just do what you want.
And then when I asked you to leave, and you said, well, I'm being trespassed, I said, well, not yet, but I'm trying to help you just walk off. And he said, well, I'm being trespassed? I said, okay, now we're going to play the game. And then you refused to give me your ID. That was a big problem. Now you're under arrest for obstruction. Can one of y'all put him in the car? Follow this officer over here.
Double check those hands before you put them in your phone. Double lock them.
With the veteran cuffed and sitting in the back of the police cruiser, Heminger explained the arrest to his fellows, and shockingly, every one of them agreed with his stance.
All right. He wanted his phone to stay recording, but now he's under arrest, so we can.
I mean, all of our shit's going, so he can do a.
You can open records request. I left it while before he was under arrest.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, all right. That's his sign and whatever else he's got. And if I first started talking to him, he's being cool, man. I was like, yeah, I appreciate the message. It's all good. I said, listen to me, though. I said, the ladies in the office just don't feel comfortable with somebody just standing out here. I said, they just want you to go stand, on the other piece of property.
Where was he at?
Right
Literally in the doorway.
Well, it's away from it, but like by the pillars. I said,
well, I mean, that's in the doorway.
Well, yeah.
He didn't want to do that, and he kept saying, basically, oh, I'm good, brother. I got a pair, but thank you.
You want to cry about it? I'll give you a set
No,
hold.
I wasn't crying.
All right, help me out.
Please.
If you don't mind, sir.
No problem. That's what I get paid to do, right?
I was trying to not go this route, and I was trying really hard to be nice. But look, you can go stand across the corner, brother, and do what you want.
I do my best to give all. I try my best to give all veterans as much room as I could possibly give.
Even if he wasn't being rude at first. And I said, look, dude. I said, the reason they're asking you to leave is because you're standing out here at the front of City Hall, even with a great message. There's a bunch of ladies up here.
Jeff was then taken to the police station and later released. However, he immediately filed a lawsuit against the city and the police department. He eventually won the lawsuit, and the city of Port Wentworth, Georgia, agreed to a settlement that included a $1,791 donation to the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans, mandatory First Amendment training for officers, and a formal apology issued to Jeff. It turns out the cops have a habit of making life worse for veterans, as this next guy lost his life savings to a shady traffic stop.
That's what to tell you, Officer Brown. I mean, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths. Sorry. Or you're taking food out of my kids' mouths.
It all began when retired Marine veteran Stephen Laura was traveling through the country to visit his daughters when a Nevada state trooper pulled him over. What seemed to be an ordinary traffic stop would soon turn into chaos.
Hey, good morning, Trooper Brown, Nevada Highway Patrol. How are you today? I'm doing great. Hey, the reason I'm stopping you, we have a special enforcement campaign going on. We're trying to educate drivers about violations they may not realize they're committing, but we're seeing a big increase in crashes out here. First, applaud you on your driving. You drive great. You're driving really slow. It appears that you're trying to drive safely under the speed limit. I appreciate that. I just want to talk about your following distance, especially around commercial vehicles. Came up behind a red and blue tanker truck. A little bit too close behind him before he made that lane change to go around him. I know it's sitting over there. I was waiting for you to trying to give you room to get over there because I know people like to jam you in that lane. We're seeing a bunch of crashes out here, just trying to educate people. You got your driver's license with you? Awesome.
I appreciate you, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Do you have a registration card with you?
Well, it's a rental car here.
Okay.
So I do have my rental. If you don't mind, it's underneath here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Any weapons in the vehicle?
No, absolutely.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, if you can grab the rental contract, that'd be great, man. You sure?
Yeah, sure.
It's cold, man.
It's cold.
I know it's cold in Texas right now. Come on out. Yeah. No weapons on you, right?
No weapons.
All right, perfect. That's fine, man. You can leave it on. You can turn it off. It's completely up to you.
Laura was carrying his life-saving $87,000 in cash. He was headed to California. Just a few minutes into the stop, he made a huge mistake, allowing the cops to search his vehicle.
I've got a lot of training. I'm a retired Marine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What'd you do for the Corps?
Well, I was a data chief initially, but then they changed the MOS to cybersecurity chief.
Okay. When'd you get out of the Corps?
I got out about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do your daughters do, man?
My daughters, what do they do? Oh, 15 and 13 years old. So they're
okay. Yeah, they're young.
Yeah, they're real young.
Okay. All right.
I'm moving into Texas, so yeah, I'm just coming down here and just looking for a place down in Texas. That's where I'm from. So.
Okay. Give me a second, man. All right, just hang right there. Ever been in trouble with law enforcement before?
Never.
Okay. So, would you give me permission to search your vehicle today? That's okay with you? Okay, perfect. So, this is a consent to search form, man. You said you'd give me permission to search your vehicle.
I don't have anything to hide from you guys.
I appreciate that, man. Do me a favor, just read through it. If you agree with it, I'm just going to ask you to sign and date it, okay?
Yeah.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us, all right?
Moments into the search, the officer found the bag containing the cash. Now, while carrying cash is not illegal, the corrupt officer saw an opportunity to escalate the situation.
There's some receipts in here, though. But
He said he put receipts in there to show us his money.
okay.
But
All right, man. So here's the deal. All right. I think you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
So how much cash is that?
About 100 grand.
100 grand. Okay. So as you know, right? I'm a vet. He's a vet. You're a vet. It's not illegal to carry currency, have currency.
No, sir, it's not.
It does, though, make us ask some questions on why someone has 100,000. I can understand why you don't trust banks, especially in this day and age right now.
Discipline and lots of savings.
What's that?
Discipline and lots of savings.
So with that being said, if you're willing to talk to me about it a little bit, I'd like to. I know you got a bunch of receipts in there. I just want to make sure that it is your currency, that it's not being used for nefarious activities, right? That's not money laundering or something like that going on. That's the questions that it raised, that potentially money laundering or something like that's going on. So
that money right there is for my 2 daughters.
Okay. Are you going to give it to them on this trip or no? Or that's just your nuts?
That's my money and my two daughters' money and nobody else's.
Okay.
I take that money right there and I buy them things, put food on the table, I buy them clothes with that right there.
Fair enough.
And that's me looking at you man to man in your eyes and telling you exactly what that is.
Perfect.
Suspecting that the money might be related, he called a DEA agent who put Laura's hard-earned money to the test.
Still, I got some questions I'm going to want to ask you here in a few minutes. If you're willing to answer them, I'd appreciate that.
I have nothing to hide from you.
I appreciate that. Give me a few seconds. I'll make a couple phone calls, right? And then we'll start looking at those receipts and stuff like that.
Sure.
As long as it's, which it is, right? Your money and stuff like that, then we'll get you on down the road.
Well, if you look at those account numbers, if you want to call Bank of America, you want to call any of those banks, ask them whose account number that is.
I believe it, right? I gotta do my job, and my bosses look at what I'm doing to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence. So
I gotta pick up my daughters at Portola at 4 o'clock p.m. So as long as I can make it there,
I think we'll get you there by 4 o'clock. No problem there. All right. Perfect. I appreciate it.
A single tap from the canine was all the officers needed to seize Laura's entire life savings. Laura, who had been incredibly cordial throughout the ordeal, was left in utter disbelief, shocked beyond measure by what had just happened.
Hey, Deputy Dunham, could you do me a favor and start putting that tire and the luggage back in the truck for me? Yes. And that tire is from the car too. Yep.
I just want to let you know that the tire go under your matter just
it was just in there. Yeah.
Just want to let you know, I know you're just doing your job. That money I worked really hard for. The money that I have in my jacket is only $3. I have money to pay for my kids, my bills, my hotel. We're going to get that car back to Texas. So, I know you're just doing your job. Stuck here unless somebody sends me some money. Okay. No way I'm riding for my children this way. Get back to Texas. So, like I said, I know you're just doing what you feel is best, but
like you know, my sergeant. It sounds like my sergeant talked to you about that a little bit and told you what was going on and everything along those lines. So,
I just wanted to tell you, Officer Brown. I mean, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths.
Sorry.
Or you're taking food out of my kids' mouths.
Like I said, we believe right now that this is illicit currency.
Well, I'm going to prove to you that it's not.
Perfect.
And what I'd like to do is, before we depart, I'd like to get all of your information.
You will. You're going to get a receipt for all of this stuff. That'll have all the information that you need.
I'd like to get your information, sergeant's information,
all
other deputies.
The stuff will be on the receipt and associated with the report that goes along with it. Okay? You're going to get noticed in the mail as well at that address. Okay.
So what do I need to do? I'm going to contact an attorney.
Absolutely. Right. So you can contact the Reno DEA. My sergeant gave you that information, told you who to contact over there. You're also going to be...
tell them, because they end up usually calling us.
Stranded with no money, the veteran had to call his brother to wire him some money just to leave the area. Eventually, he did make it to California and filed a lawsuit against the DEA and the Highway Patrol. And after a long 100 days, his money was finally returned. The lawsuit is still ongoing, and it looks like he is on track to make a significant amount from it. And if you think these cops were bad, these next tyrants arrested a veteran simply for waiting on his Uber.
What's going on?
Waiting on my Uber.
Waiting for your Uber?
Yeah.
You have an idea I can take a look at, man?
No, you don't. I don't. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well, you're sitting in front of a closed bar and I can see you're intoxicated.
I'm waiting on my Uber, my friend.
Let me see your ID.
No.
Okay. We can do this one of two ways, sir.
We can do this
many
ways.
I'm being respectful to you.
I'm sitting here waiting on my Uber. I am doing nothing
Show me on
wrong.
your phone that your Uber's coming.
You know what? I want to break out my camera right now.
Go ahead, mine's running as well.
I want to start filming you.
Mine's running as well.
Things escalated when the officers requested James's ID and he refused to provide it, leading to an unexpected confrontation.
I am not doing anything wrong.
Okay, well,
I'm doing everything right. Not drinking and driving. And why are you messing with me?
I'm not messing with you, sir. You're sitting in front of a closed
you
bar.
are.
You're sitting in front of a closed bar.
You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber.
Sir, I'm going to ask you one
that
more
is
time.
doing nothing wrong.
Can I see your ID?
No, you can't.
You're drunk in public.
No, I'm not drunk in public.
Give me your ID.
James insisted that he hadn't committed any crime, so there is no reason for him to show his ID. His refusal only intensified the tension.
You're not getting anything, dude.
Okay. Stand up.
I am not doing
Stand up.
anything wrong.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
What are you doing? I'm sitting
Put your
there
hands behind
doing
your back.
nothing.
Put your other hand behind your back. Set your phone down, sir, and put your hand behind your back.
I'm sitting here doing nothing. Waiting on the Uber. Huh?
Okay, all I asked for was to see your Uber.
I'm
and
doing
you want to
nothing.
argue, and you're intoxicated.
The officer then quickly moved in, handcuffing James and confiscating his cell phone, escalating the encounter in an instant.
I don't think you're making good choices, sir.
I'm waiting on my Uber,
And all
which is the best choice.
Sir, all I was trying to do was verify.
The worst choice would be driving.
Sir, all I was trying to do was verify your Uber. Was that right or wrong?
Well, if you unlock me, I'll show you the Uber.
Well, that's what
verification.
how many times did I ask for that, sir?
Have I done anything illegal?
Well, you're intoxicated in public.
I'm sitting on a bench waiting on my Uber.
At a closed business in a high crime area.
Waiting on my Uber.
So, sir, I have no idea who you are or what you're doing, and it's my job to find out. So all I did was wanted to have a conversation with you, and you won't give me any information at all, and it's obvious that you're intoxicated, right?
That is why I am waiting on an Uber.
Right, and how many times did I ask you to see your Uber? I tell you, my body camera.
All right, well, unlock me if it's that big a deal, and I'll show you my Uber.
All you want to do is film me and argue with me.
Here, James responsibly is waiting for his Uber instead of driving under the influence, but the cop still detained him for being intoxicated in public.
I have done nothing wrong. I'm sitting here minding my own business.
Sir, I'm just doing my job.
You are with a Navy veteran.
Sir, step over here.
Just sitting here minding my own business.
Step over here. Sir, you can't even walk.
I'm sitting here minding my own business.
You can't even walk, sir.
What are you guys doing?
You can't even walk. You're intoxicated. You're a danger to yourself.
No. I'm sitting here minding my own business.
However, the cops refused to acknowledge what he had to say and instead chose to act irrationally.
I'm waiting on my Uber.
Sir, you're going to go to detox. You can't even walk.
I was sitting in the chair, not bothering anybody.
Sir, I was trying to be reasonable with you.
Oh my God,
dude!
You're I am a Navy veteran.
Okay, thank you for your service.
And I'm just sitting there minding my own business.
Right, at a closed business.
And waiting on my Uber.
Sir, and all I asked was for you to verify it. All I asked you to show me it on your phone, and I'm good with that. Okay, but you refused to do that, so you couldn't.
You guys really, you're gonna do this to a Navy veteran?
Sir,
I'm sitting on
have a seat in the car.
These officers are perfect examples of cops refusing to act with reason. This kind of approach leaves people like James unfairly caught in the crossfire.
Is there anybody sober that can come get you?
You're not listening.
You're not, sir.
I called an Uber.
Well, you can't
The
call.
Uber was 2 minutes away.
You can't. You
shook me down.
James, we've been here for 10 minutes and they're not here. You can't call Uber. Okay, that's not the way. That's not the way Uber works. He's got your phone. He's got your phone right there.
Look it up. Whether I call an Uber or not.
You can't call them on the phone.
Did you do it through an app or did you
I
call
did
them?
through the Uber app.
All right, so how do I get into your phone?
6969.
If they're coming, man, I'll release you to them. But if not,
6969.
but if they're not, you're not leaving us much choice.
Uber.
James kept telling the officers that he had called an Uber, but They didn't believe him. They even went as far as asking him to unlock his phone to prove it.
Listen, fellas, I am a former combat medic.
James, thank you for your service.
How do you,
I'm not going to lie to you.
how do I go?
6969.
He's in.
I'm in.
Uber.
Where do I search that? I don't have this
Go
stuff.
with the Uber app.
When the Uber driver showed up, the cops released James to go. Even though his rights were violated, no lawsuits have been filed on his behalf. Next up, we have this idiot cop who arrested a veteran just for the sake of his ego.
Why are you doing this?
You gonna let me talk, or you just want to interrupt me the entire time, ma'am? Do you want to let me talk or not?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
On May 10th, 2019, Brittany and her husband Charles were heading west on Malvern Road in Garland, Arkansas, when Trooper Ryan Wingo saw that they were exceeding the speed limit.
Stand up. Stand up. I'm fine. Come on.
This is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Ma'am, there was no need for cussing me out. Until he can calm down and act like an adult,
Listen,
send back the car.
let me explain to you. My husband has severe PTSD. Severe. He's a 100% disabled veteran, and that's why I'm here.
The situation escalated quickly when Brittany and Charles refused to reveal their identities. Trooper Wingo grabbed Charles out of the car after slamming the door.
You gonna talk to me? You gonna let me talk, or you just want to interrupt me the entire time, ma'am?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Until he can calm down and act like a human being and stop cussing me out for no reason. So I'm trying to explain to him what happened. But he doesn't want to let me talk, okay? So do you want to let me talk or not?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Now.
Seeing the grave nature of the event because of Charles's PTSD, she put his health ahead of the argument, paid the fine, and went on. Well, you might wonder if this officer was the worst, but this next idiot was caught doing the unthinkable.
You need to grab a piece of paper and a pencil and write your resignation, just like I went to. I'm not going to jail. Put your hands behind your back. I'm not going to jail. Put your hands behind your back.
Disabled Army veteran Gene Short, who has some mental and physical problems, has been harassed multiple times by the Cave City Police Department, particularly Officer Milligan.
I have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used in a court of law. I'm not under arrest, so I've already said too much, and you have a good evening, sir. Please, I don't know who called you, but they called for nothing. Okay, there's been 2 lies told on me today.
No, there ain't
and there's
a lie.
one thing I can't stand, and Brian knows this. I hate a liar, because I used to be one in the service for people like you to live in this world. Okay? I did what I had to do. Okay? But today, them people did what they thought they had to do, and they didn't. You don't know what happened. You got it on video?
Yeah. So, Jane, I'm gonna
You got it on video?
I'm gonna tell you this.
You got it on video?
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this.
I want to see the video.
I want
I
to
want
tell
to see
you
the
this.
video. Let me see the video, and we'll talk all you want.
Gene claimed to have had multiple interactions with Officer Milligan, just like this one time he approached him outside of a convenience store.
He touched my body. He touched me
He tried
3
to talk
times.
to you, Gene.
No, he touched my
And you know
body. I
what
told
else?
him not to touch me, and then he slapped my truck. Then he slapped my
Because he's
truck.
trying to get you to stop from moving the truck, Gene.
But I'm not under arrest.
It don't matter if you're under arrest or not. If we have to talk to you, we need to talk to you. It's official.
Have a good evening, sir.
Why didn't you stop when they asked you to stop?
He come in the building.
It don't matter.
Bothered me while I think. I rushed by him as fast as I could to let him know. I'm moving fast to get out of your way and check out. I don't want to be bothered. That's the same thing I should say. You asked me about the other officer. You want to talk to me? For what?
Gene was let off this time, but a few days later, Officer Milligan singled him out and issued him a speeding ticket.
You got your insurance in your truck?
Stay right there.
Why would I have to stay right here?
My dog.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not like you. Or cops or guns. I can't help that.
Okay. What is the problem, Gene? What's the problem?
Name and badge.
Trent Milligan, 205. You know who I am. What do you want?
I got what I want.
What?
You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
Sick of the officer's behavior, Gene comes to the city hall to file a complaint against the officer. However, the receptionist called Officer Milligan on the spot to speak with Gene. Talk about ridiculous.
Is he giving you any problems?
He wants to meet when the city meetings are. He was banging on the police door.
What's going on? You need to grab a piece of paper and a pencil and write your resignation, just
I'm not
like
gonna
I
do
went
that.
to Brian. And I called him a liar to his face, and I'll call you a liar to your face.
I don't care what you call me. What
Hey,
are you doing
can't.
here?
Well, I got business here.
What?
You can't. Come on, I'm waiting for the First Amendment or Fourth Amendment right violation.
What is your business?
My business is none of your business.
Okay. Why are
How's
you here?
that? My business is not your business.
Okay. Why are you here?
My business is not
You need to
your
leave.
business.
Imagine going to file a complaint against an officer only to be greeted by him. Moments later, Officer Milligan did exactly what he had seemed to want to do all along.
He's not here right now.
You ain't gonna
okay?
say, what's your badge number? What's your badge number?
Hang on just a second, yes.
Real quick, what's your badge number and your ID?
I'm here now.
What's your...
Let's go on out.
No, I'm not
Gene,
going
you're
out.
fixing to go to jail, man.
No, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. Put your hands on your back. I'm not going to jail. Put your hands on your back. I'm crippled on this stuff. I did not complete the search. You gotta help me. Help me.
Roll over. We're gonna set you up. Roll over on your back.
I can't.
Alright, we're gonna pick you up on 3. 1.
My pants are hanging down. They're about to fall down.
The disabled veteran was pushed and plummeted inside the police cruiser. And despite his age, they had no respect for him.
No, don't take it off. Don't take it off. Don't take it off.
Why?
I see you come. It's some hot coffee.
I'll give it back to you.
Alright, get in here.
My hands! My hands!
Sit up. Put your legs in here.
I can't sit up because I don't have no badge.
Get your legs in here.
I'm trying to.
I got you.
Alright, I got you.
Got you, boy.
Get in. I'm tired of your threats and
You're
raising
not
hell over
threatening.
nothing. Get in. Just slide in. Slide back.
I'm trying to.
Poor Gene struggled to breathe, but the officers eventually forced him into the car.
Now.
Let me get in. Let me get in.
Go
Let
in.
me get in.
Go ahead. Go ahead and get in.
Got these on so tight. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, God, I don't. I
You've
guess.
never been trained.
You're right. I hadn't. Get in the car.
I do not consent to the search of my vehicle.
We're not going to search your rig. It's getting towed. Put your arm right here in
It
front.
better not get towed.
It is getting towed.
I have a field day with you in the court. You gotta go.
Shortly after, the supervisor arrived, and Officer Milligan tried to explain his actions while adding plenty of lies.
And I was pulling out, and he rolled up beside me. Said I was driving reckless, one of my badge numbers. I dealt with him then. So I went driving around, come back, and he was sitting here waiting on me. So we went in there, and he was just sitting here watching. Well, I ain't seen him all day. And I told them, I said, if he comes back, he's acting strange, call him, we'll make him leave. I asked him to leave over and over and over again, and he wouldn't leave. Okay. That's when I had to arrest him.
He's starting to rig now.
What is it?
He's hot. He's hot. I'm hot. You're not doing your job.
Oh.
You get out there and get your lives all together. If you don't know how to start a vehicle, you turn the key. I'm gonna come until you write your resignation.
It ain't never gonna happen, Gene.
You're lying. You're lying.
I'm not lying about anything.
Yes, you are.
Gene was taken to the police station, where he stayed 3 days before he was presented to a judge. He was also trespassed from the city hall. He now aims to file a complaint against Officer Milligan and also hopes to file a lawsuit later. Moving on, This corrupt cop took things up a notch and got some quick karma.
I wasn't stepping up to you, sir.
Sit down. Sit down. Do you understand that? I don't like people.
I don't like
my
Nazis either. Okay.
The 69-year-old veteran, Alan Kidd, was quietly sitting on a bench when 32-year-old Officer Johan Mario approached him and immediately became tyrannical.
You don't see the power lines?
I didn't even look up.
Okay, well, maybe you should pay attention.
Okay.
Have a seat over there. Get away from me. Sit over there.
You're pushing me away from you?
Yeah, I don't need you stepping up to me like that. Sit down.
Stepping up to you?
Sit down, or I'm going to sit you down.
I wasn't stepping up to you, sir.
Sit down. Sit down. Do you understand that? When I tell you to do something, you do it.
Yeah, is that right?
Okay.
You're on a power trip? Is that what it is?
No.
Okay.
I need you to listen. That's what's up.
Kid. Yes, sir.
Are you homeless?
No, sir, I am not homeless, okay?
So what's going on with you today?
Nothing. I'm just standing on the street corner talking to this guy I just met, and all of a sudden you're pushing me down and being real physical with me.
You know why?
I don't understand. No, I don't know why.
Lower your voice.
Mario was definitely on a power trip, and you won't believe what the arrogant cop did next.
I'm going to tell you one more time and you're going to go to jail.
Is that right?
Lower your voice or you're going to jail.
Listen to this guy, okay? Do you believe in this?
Lower your voice or you're going to jail.
I'm not.
Oh, you're going to go to
increasing my
jail.
base.
So listen, we are going to start over again so you can learn. Go ahead and keep moving forward. I'm going to lay you out on the ground.
I'm just trying to get more comfortable, okay?
We were called here based on what's going on. Whether it's true or not, it is not. I have no clue. That's why I'm here, to figure out what's going on with you. When you walk up to an officer and you get that close to an officer, it is not good. Why? Because now you're in my personal space. So I am telling you to back up. And when you don't back up,
for you,
yes, when I give you an order, right.
The cop has some serious anger management issues, and you'll be stunned to see what he does next.
No,
Do you have ID on you?
Huh?
Do you have ID on you, sir?
Yes, sir, I sure do. I don't understand why you're doing this, why you're pushing me.
Because I don't like people testing me. I don't like people not my
Nazis either. Okay. Are you done? Can I show you my ID?
Give me your arm. Give me your arm.
Can I show you my ID?
Hold on, let's get his backpack off.
The DeLand police officer struck him and arrested him just for speaking out loud. This happens when a small person is given a lot of power.
Can I have my ID back? Can I have my ID back?
Be quiet.
Please.
Spread your feet.
Which when are you gonna be here? How long?
Hold on there for a second.
Do it.
I'll put on my gloves.
Can you please pick up my ID before we go?
will.
I've done nothing.
Stop talking!
What? I'm not going anywhere, but I don't understand what's going on, okay?
You're going to jail.
Right? Hey, look away from him.
I don't understand what I've done wrong, okay?
Have a seat.
Moving on, these corrupt cops completely lost their cool and targeted an innocent individual. Despite the immense responsibility on their shoulders, some cops commit shocking acts of injustice and abuse. Today, we will be taking a look at cases where tyrant officers were caught doing the unthinkable. So make sure to watch until the end, as the cases only keep getting worse. On August 7, 2022, a shirtless man was detained and handcuffed at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. When he tried to get away and fell, what followed was nothing short of appalling.
Oh, that hurt. Oh. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oh, what are you trying to do? Oh, that too. You see felony. Oh, that hurt. Stand up. Oh, that hurt.
Can I take a step?
Ow. Can we sit on the seat? Ow.
The detained man was clearly struggling, possibly dealing with mental health issues. A couple of deputies approached, but instead of helping, things were about to get even worse.
Fucking hurt.
Can I have you take a seat?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a step up.
Stand up, okay? Nice and easy. Ow. You guys got me handcuffed, man. That's your behavior. I should have gone 2 different ways. I bleed. Okay, it'll hurt. Okay. That hurt. You want rescue to check you out? I don't want to go to the hospital, please. We'll have rescue come check you out. I'm going to kill myself. Okay. We're not going to do that here, so. Alright, come on. Let's just stand up, okay? Sit right back. Just, am I bleeding? I don't see any blood. Don't try to make yourself bleed. Can I call?
The man claimed he was hurt and asked for medical attention. However, Captain John Grismore arrived and escalated the situation dramatically.
We're having a rescue come. Can we get smash in the face? Smash. If you walk forward, both your feet are shot. If you don't sit down, I'm going to put a shot. I'll just back you back. Sit down. Caught you on camera. You clear. I caught you on camera. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I got him. He kicked me. He kicked me 3 times.
Captain Grismore mercilessly kicked the man twice. Regardless of his behavior, this was no way to treat an elderly man that is struggling with personal issues.
He's so much in trouble. Tell him to get away from me. Tell him to get away from me. I haven't spit. I haven't spit up. You just tried spitting at me. I didn't spit at him. I did not. Ow.
All right, Jeremy, sit down for us.
Ow. Just stand up. Ow. Okay. Sit. Okay. Sit. Can you take that off? Nope. I didn't even shake your hand.
Following this abusive incident, Captain Grismore was placed on administrative leave. After an investigation, he was fired from the sheriff's office. The funny thing is that he was about to run for sheriff, but now sees himself out of a job. That is exactly what should happen with tyrants like him. While this was outrageous, the cop's violence in the next case will leave you absolutely shocked. On April 4th, 2020, several Sonoma County Sheriff's deputies responded to Jason Angalero's home after a neighbor called 911, claiming he brandished a gun during an altercation. As the deputies arrived, Jason's minor daughter began recording the scene.
You know where Mr. Wyrick is?
I'm a minor. I can't say nothing.
You can absolutely say something because you just did. Hey, sir. Sir, can you tell me your name? Are you in probation or parole?
No. We have the right to remain silent, don't we?
I'm here to fixing this car.
Okay.
Don't you see?
Oscar, don't say anything. We got the right to remain silent. They got backup. They got him right here, and then they got a chopper flying over our heads for what? This is harassment. We ain't do nothing. Look, you see? They got a chopper over our head. I am.
Jason emerged out of the front door along with his wife shielding him. The officers had their guns drawn and were ready to do the unthinkable.
No! I'm not doing nothing.
The poor guy was initially tased, Then a canine was deployed at him who mauled at him for more than 90 seconds. All of this when he came out on his own and had no sort of weapons on him.
The dog pulled my leg.
Stay back! Stay back! Stay, keep face down! Put your face on the ground!
The dog ate my leg! The dog's eating my leg! Please, the dog's eating my leg, bro.
That is no filming! What are you doing?
All of this unfolded right in front of Jason's kids and his wife. The trauma they must have experienced watching this is unimaginable.
We got attacked! This is harassment! No! I'm a minor! A dog just bit my stepdad! This is harassment! This is harassment!
Get their badge numbers! Record it!
Bro, I'm recording it! I'm recording it!
Call my attorney!
Call his attorney!
Stop it!
This is harassment! Do not care! I am a minor! I live in this house! You're supposed to protect me! Protect me and my family! We do nothing!
Choose this!
This is harassment! Y'all didn't read him his rights or anything. No, I am a minor. No, back up. I don't care. Back up.
I just got here, so will you listen to me?
This is harassment. We got attacked. Somebody came here and threw something at our car. We didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing!
These cops earned all the hatred they get, proving why they are so despised. They had no warrant to enter the home, lied about everything, and carried out these actions without justification.
Oh, that is my mom! I want to make sure my mother is okay!
Can I explain something?
No!
If you don't want to listen, I can't help you.
No, I want to make sure my mom is okay. You guys came here for no reason, harassing us. For no reason. What's the reason? I want to hear the reason.
If you want some rational conversation,
I want to hear
I
the
can
reason.
provide that to you.
Provide it for me.
You need
Provide it.
You need to listen to me.
I'm listening.
And treat me in the same manner I'm treating you. You want me to let you attack me for 2 minutes for no reason. You chewed my leg off. I was complying. I was complying. Yeah. I was complying.
You were.
I was complying.
You were on the ground when the dog beat you.
On the ground with my hands on my back.
No matter what these pigs said, they let a canine bite his leg while they had their hands around their back for over a minute. These lying pigs don't deserve to wear the badge and must be held accountable.
What to say?
Question my child. You shut your mouth. That's the law. You're not allowed to question or speak to a child. That's the law.
Yeah, where's the 6 feet? 6 feet.
Which I helped you. We're going to get you on that journey. Okay? We're going to get a warrant.
Where is my mother? I want to speak to my mom. This is not right.
This dog bit my leg on my property.
Please tell us. Please explain.
To the community why the police just attacked me with their dog.
Please explain. Sir, you are just standing there. Both of you guys, all 3 of you guys, every single one of you guys are just standing there saying nothing.
Can someone explain to my neighbor why we're being arrested?
This is not right.
After the incident, Jason was taken to the hospital for treatment of severe leg injuries. He was later charged with resisting arrest and brandishing a firearm. However, the charges were eventually dropped. Jason filed a civil rights lawsuit against the deputies and the sheriff's office. In 2023, he won the case and was awarded a $1.35 million settlement. While this was devastating, this next officer did something that will leave you stunned.
Do it!
In March 2018, Officer Ruben McAuslin called to the Joseph's Medical Center after he had attempted suicide. Instead of offering him some peace, the officer came to the emergency room and did the unthinkable.
Oh, yes, I am. Right here. You see my cheek? Go at it. You got the right guy. Hey. I'm a what? Do it! Shoot.
This was troubling to watch, and the officer was immediately placed on administrative leave. He was eventually fired and later sentenced to prison for 66 months for this assault and another charge of distributing narcotics. Now, this was gut-wrenching to see, but these dirty cops only keep getting worse.
Stay back.
I don't have to stay back.
Stay back. Stay back. Get down.
On July 13th, 2017, Aurora police officers entered the residence of Vanessa Peoples to conduct a welfare check. Within no time, the conversation turned intense and the violent officer decided to use force against the young mother.
Don't want to anger you more. I hear that you're always on them, but I also want to let you know that when we came here, I understand that you were cleaning and I understand you have a lot going on.
No, you don't.
Okay, I don't understand. I hear what you're saying.
Watch out. Hey, behind you.
Stay back. Stay back.
No,
Stay back.
no,
Stay back.
no,
Stay
no,
back.
because that's my mom.
Stay
no,
back.
I don't have to stay
Yeah,
back.
you do. Stay back. Get down.
Get your goddamn head off my throat. Get your head off.
Get down.
You're breaking my arm. No, we're not. Oh, yes, you are.
Quiet.
Get off of me. Get out.
Quiet.
Get another car here. No, you're not. No.
Vanessa was only trying to go see her mother, who was being interrogated by another cop. She was brutally attacked by the officer, who grabbed her by the neck, threw her on the ground, and sat on her until she was handcuffed.
I got that one down.
Hey, listen. I'm going to break if you don't stop.
I'm not doing nothing.
There you are.
No, I'm not. No. Let me go. Let me go. You're breaking balls. No one's breaking.
I probably popped out of socket. Calm down, okay? It's over with. Calm down. Don't bully the police around. Okay? So calm down. Calm down. Hey, listen. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Go outside. Go outside, please.
During the chaos, Vanessa suffered a broken shoulder and was screaming in pain. However, these power-hungry pigs showed no concern as they continued to apply pressure on her.
We're gonna. Got it down. I'm not doing nothing. Right. You got that down?
Relax. Come on, what's going on with mom?
There, she's just yelling. What do you need?
Please. Yelling is not going to solve your problem. Are we code for it? Is there a status on everyone here?
No, I'm not going to.
New president.
Help me! Can you try to find his camera? Over here.
One of the we are. We'll code for it.
There. Get off of me!
Can we find out what's going on in there? I have no idea. Relax.
No!
You can't help yourself at all.
If you think this was enough, the cops were only getting started, and the brutality didn't seem to stop. This is the reason why cops must not be in charge of conducting welfare checks, as they made sure that the woman was left traumatized.
I can't! They're taking it to jail! Get out of here! Get off of me! I can't breathe!
Well, in a second, if you stop yelling and relax, you will be able to breathe.
Don't take me to jail!
That's already
I'm still trying to get to my mom!
Yeah.
Please get off of me!
You did something where officers couldn't,
No, I didn't!
Yeah.
I just walked up
Just
on
relax.
it! I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
Give us a second.
Mom!
Okay. All right.
I can't!
Now relax. All you gotta do is relax down.
Do you need any medical attention? Do you need any medical attention?
Yeah, I don't know how hard that is.
Do you need any medical attention?
Yes!
What do you need medical attention?
Instead of getting her back on her feet, these cops carried her and ultimately threw her in the backseat of their cruiser.
Let's just get her out.
No, we can do that.
Mom! 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 Hey, Harbor, give us a minute.
I'll grab it.
Hold on. Her leg, watch it. Slow down.
I got a shoulder.
No!
Who has a nice back seat?
No, I can't breathe.
Where are you?
Somebody get his car door open. Mom! No, you don't. Let me go.
Go on the other side.
Help!
Relax. I got it.
Please let me go.
It is devastating to witness how these officers treated Vanessa. Treatment so horrific it wouldn't even be inflicted on animals. This marked a new low for the Aurora Police Department.
No! Let me go!
What's your name, sweetie?
Please!
Do you need any medical attention?
Yes!
For what?
I can't breathe! I got asthma! You got this damn thing too tight on me! Let me go!
Let me go see if I can find my camera.
Somebody picked it up. I think Wilcox has it. I can't breathe! Have her sit on her side. And this is kind of, yeah, let's, that's the hobble. We gotta get that loosened. Let's,
Give us a second here.
hang on, we're gonna loosen that.
It is even more disheartening to see that the officer showed no remorse or guilt for his actions. He firmly believed he had done nothing wrong and blamed Vanessa for everything.
This is way tight.
Which one?
There's.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to loosen the waist chain.
Could have made it more comfortable if she wasn't going such a fit. Well, that one, that's the only one you need to loosen.
No.
This one right here.
Let's just, you know what?
Let's just let her sit.
Let's hold off because we have rescue's coming right now. So let's just hold on to the feet.
Let's just undo this one.
Let's undo it and just hold the feet and just stay on her side and
What's your name?
secure the feet.
What's your name?
Vanessa People.
Vanessa was taken to the police station and charged with obstructing a peace officer. The charge was eventually dropped and she filed a lawsuit against the officers and the city. The city settled for $100,000, yet the Aurora Police Department shockingly maintained that the officers had done nothing wrong and violated no policies. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed cases where corrupt and tyrannical police officers were caught committing unthinkable acts. These dangerous cops did some of the worst things imaginable, and while it was good to see that the victims received compensation, it is disappointing that the officers were not punished. We can only hope they are eventually held accountable and face justice. If you agree, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch how this corrupt cop was owned and exposed by this individual.
Can you please leave?
No.
Can I speak with you outside? If you're not, I will arrest you for trespassing. Is there a reason why you were grabbing your handcuffs when I was right here?